Hi everybody, Dan here from ACTIONSHIFT, and tonight we're going to be doing the fourth law of John Maxwell's book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And tonight this law goes right along with the previous law that we talked about, the law of the mirror. This law is called the law of reflection. And basically what the law of reflection is, John says, it's learning to pause to allow growth to catch up with you. Learn to pause to allow growth to catch up with you. You know, sometimes our lives get so busy, we have one experience after another, that we actually don't learn the lessons that each experience provides for us. We all need to have times to reflect. And we live in a culture that's very busy. We live in a culture where our schedules are always so full that we don't take that time to really think things through. You know, experience is a hard teacher because the test is given first and the lesson is always given afterwards. The test is given first and the lesson from that test is given afterwards. It's backwards from our school, isn't it? But in life today, we always get tests and then the lesson from that test happens afterwards. And I can firsthand say that I've learned so many things from tests throughout my life. I look back upon them and say, you know what, I probably should have done this differently, I could have said that differently, I should have gone that direction rather than this direction. You know, as children we always learn every single day, don't we? As a child I learned how to ride a bike on my friend's bike, and I remember driving straight into the telephone pole on our street and wiping out, and I learned a lesson on how to not ride a bike that's too big for me that day. All of us are learning lessons all the time. And the question is, are you taking the time to reflect and think about what you learned? I remember as a child I had a tree fort. And my family was going through a very difficult time at the time. And I had this tree fort that I would climb up. It was 30 feet up in the air. And I would just sit on this tree fort. I'd watch the sun go down. And I remember it was those moments as a child that I did a lot of reflecting. A lot of thinking about my past, about my present, and my future as a child. And God taught me some powerful lessons up in that tree fort. Well, I'm a lot older now, but we still need reflection. I still need reflection. I made it a habit in my life to every single day spend some time in prayer, spend some time reading my Bible, and just reflecting upon things I've learned that week and directions I want to go for the following week. And it's so important. All of us need to reflect because it's that moment of forcing ourselves to look in the mirror, as we talked about in the last chapter. Forcing ourselves to look at our circumstances and to see and think about what we could do differently. You know, sometimes we're our worst own critic and we need to be careful what we say about ourselves. But in times of reflection, we need to think positively about ourselves. We need to think basically, what can I do today that's better than I did yesterday? Rather than beating yourself up for things you did wrong yesterday, things that you said wrong yesterday, focus on what you can do positively tomorrow to make tomorrow a better day than it was today. You know, after every game, whether it's football, baseball, a lot of coaches will take their team into the change room and begin to talk to them. It's called the post-game analysis. It's where they'll talk to their players and say, hey guys, it was a good game, and what do you think you could have done differently? Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. What could we do differently to make tomorrow better? Because every day has its challenges, and unfortunately every day we make mistakes. So today I encourage you to really consider that law of reflection. Looking back on your day, looking back on the year and saying, what could I have done differently to make tomorrow a better tomorrow? So may I encourage you with that word. I look forward to talk to you about the next chapter, and I just want to be an encouragement to you. And remember, I'm Dan KREBS from ACTIONSHIFT, and I just want to encourage you to shift your dreams into action. All the best.